Welcome to the channel Liberty Old Coin. Today we're diving into something exciting, something that could already be sitting quietly in your collection without you even realizing its full potential. First up, we're talking about one single coin, the 1997 Australian 50-cent ElizabethII coin. Just one coin, but with a story and potential that has collectors constantly searching for it. This is not a group of coins, not a series breakdown. This script focuses on that one 1997 issue and why it has become so desirable. The Australia 50-cent coin was first introduced in 1966 when Australia changed to decimal currency. By 1997, the coin had already become a well-established part of everyday transactions across the country. The obverse features Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, a portrait that was introduced in the 1990s and gives the coin a more mature and regal appearance. On the reverse side, the 50-cent coin carries the Australian Coat of Arms. This design represents national pride, unity, and heritage. The kangaroo and emu supporting the shield symbolize progress because neither animal is known for moving backward. That symbolism alone makes this coin powerful in meaning. Now let's talk about why the 1997 issue stands out. The year 1997 came during a period when Australia was strengthening its modern identity while still honoring its constitutional monarchy. Coins from this era reflect that balance between tradition and a new generation. Collectors appreciate coins that mark a stable but evolving time in history. The coin was struck by the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra. The mint is known worldwide for producing high-quality circulating and commemorative coinage. The 1997 50-cent piece carries that same level of craftsmanship with strong detail and durable composition. Unlike earlier 50-cent coins from 1966 that were made from 80% silver, the 1997 version is made from cupronickel. However, what drives its value today is not silver content. It is collector demand, condition rarity, and the growing interest in late 20th century Australian coins. Uncirculated examples of the 1997 50-cent coin are especially attractive to collectors. Coins that have never entered circulation and still retain their original mint luster can command impressive prices in today's market. Condition is everything, and high-grade pieces stand out. There are also specially prepared mint sets from 1997 issued by the Royal Australian Mint. Coins preserved in official packaging often attract even stronger demand because of their guaranteed authenticity and preserved condition. Another factor adding excitement is the hunt for error coins. Off-center strikes, die cracks, and misprints from 1997 can significantly increase value. Collectors are constantly searching for these rare variations, and when found, they can sell for remarkable prices. So how valuable can this coin really be? Circulated examples typically trade at modest collectible premiums, but high-grade uncirculated coins can sell for $20, $50, or even over $100 depending on condition and demand. Rare error examples have reached several $100s in private sales. Auction platforms and collector marketplaces sometimes push exceptional examples even higher, especially when two bidders compete. A pristine 1997 50-cent coin with strong eye appeal could realistically reach $250 or more in the right setting. What makes this exciting is accessibility. This isn't a coin from the 1800s that only museums can own. It's a modern piece that many people overlooked. That means opportunity still exists for collectors who search carefully. The historical context of 1997 also matters. It was a time of economic development and strong national identity in Australia. Coins from this era reflect a confident nation stepping into the new millennium. That historical backdrop adds long-term collectible appeal. Because the coin features Queen Elizabeth II, it now carries additional significance following the end of her historic reign. Many collectors are focusing on coins bearing her portrait, which continues to drive demand upward. If you own this coin, examine it closely. Look for sharp details in the coat of arms, clear lettering, and minimal scratches. The better the condition, the higher the potential selling price. The maximum price depends heavily on grade and rarity features. While common circulated pieces may bring smaller premiums, exceptional uncirculated or error examples can push beyond $300 in competitive collector markets. This is why serious collectors are not ignoring the 1997 50 cent anymore. Demand for modern Australian coinage is steadily increasing worldwide, and key dates from the late 1990s are gaining attention. So before you dismiss that 1997 50-cent coin, take another look. One single coin can carry history, national symbolism, and strong collector interest all at once. And in the right condition, it could turn into a surprisingly valuable asset worth hundreds of dollars. If you enjoyed discovering the potential behind this 1997 Australian 50-cent ElizabethII coin, make sure to subscribe and keep exploring, because hidden value is often closer than you think. Next coin, the 2001 Australian 50-cent coin commemorating the centenary of Federation, is one of those modern issues that quietly carries a powerful story and collectible potential. This is not just another circulating coin, it represents a defining moment in Australia's national journey, and collectors today are paying attention to its history, design, and future demand. The centenary of Federation marked 100 years since the 6 separate British colonies came together to form the Commonwealth of Australia in 1901. To celebrate this milestone, the Royal Australian Mint released a special 50-cent design in 2001 that honors this pivotal moment in the nation's history and identity. That historical significance gives this coin much more weight than ordinary pocket change. On the obverse of the 2001 Centenary of Federation 50 cent, you'll find the familiar portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, showcasing her enduring role as Australia's constitutional monarch at that time. The reverse design is what truly sets this coin apart. It illustrates the Federation star fused with symbols representing the states and territories, creating a unifying visual that resonates deeply with collectors and history enthusiasts alike. What makes this 2001 coin particularly exciting to collectors is not just its commemorative nature, but the fact that it was issued at a time when special editions were beginning to gain serious interest from the numismatic community. While millions of 50-cent coins circulate each year, commemoratives are set aside and preserved, often creating a natural scarcity in higher-grade examples. Since its release, the Centenary of Federation 50-cent coin has maintained a steady presence among collectors around the world. People appreciate its balanced design, its role in celebrating Australia's national unity, and the story it tells about turning a century of progress into a lasting piece of currency art. These elements combine to give the coin a lasting allure that goes beyond face value. Collectors often ask whether this coin can be valuable in the future, and the answer is a confident yes based on current trends. Modern commemorative coins that capture significant historical moments like this one are increasingly viewed as investment pieces as well as collectibles. Younger collectors entering the hobby are drawn to coins that blend historical meaning with aesthetic appeal, and the 2001 Centenary of Federation fits that bill perfectly. The coin's future value is tied to condition, rarity in high grades, and the sustained or growing interest of collectors worldwide. As more time passes since the centenary event, demand for well-preserved examples naturally increases. Coins with original mint luster, no scratches, and strong eye appeal are especially prized and can reach higher values compared to heavily worn examples. Right now, on the open collector market, circulated examples of this 2001 50 cent often command noticeable premiums above face value because of their commemorative status. Uncirculated specimens and those from official mint sets can fetch even higher amounts when offered for sale. High-grade examples in certified holders often attract bidders who are willing to pay a premium for guaranteed quality. When we look at how high the maximum selling price can go at this time, several factors come into play. A flawless example graded by a reputable coin grading service could realistically exceed $100 in the current market, especially if there's competitive interest from multiple bidders. Some extremely high-grade certified coins have approached and even surpassed that level when sold through reputable auction platforms or private sales. Collectors should take heart in the fact that coins celebrating major national events tend to maintain strong interest over time. The 2001 Centenary of Federation is no exception, and its inherent historical significance will continue to attract attention from both Australian and international collectors for many years to come. The very event it commemorates, 100 years of unity and nationhood, gives it a timeless appeal that won't fade. The story behind the coin adds to its value. This issue reflects a moment of pride and reflection in Australia's development, and that emotional connection often drives collectors to seek out these pieces and hold them for the long term. Young collectors entering the hobby today may see this as an important piece to add to their own collections, further increasing demand. Even at the current time, people are paying attention. Auction records and collector marketplace listings show consistent interest and rising prices for top-grade examples. Many people around the world are discovering the coin's historical context and recognizing its potential, which naturally supports price growth. As years go by, the appeal of coins that represent watershed historical events typically strengthens. Given that the centenary of Federation will forever remain a cornerstone of Australia's nationhood story, this coin's relevance and desirability are likely to remain strong. The passage of time often increases rarity in high-grade specimens, and that alone can lift market values. Another factor fueling excitement is the continued interest in Queen ElizabethII's portrait issues. Since her passing, coins bearing her likeness have seen renewed collector interest, and this 2001 centenary issue benefits from that trend as well. It's not just about the event, it's also about the era it represents. If you're holding one of these coins today in remarkable condition, with clear detail and original mint shine, you're holding more than a piece of metal. You're holding a collectible that carries history, artistic design, and the potential to reach impressive values in the future. Coins like this don't always stay in circulation forever, and fewer high-grade examples remain available as time goes on. So when you consider the 2001 Australian 50-cent centenary of FederationCoin, remember this. Its value is tied not just to the metal or the year, but to the story it tells and the demand it inspires. And in the world of collectible coins, that's where true value often begins. If you choose to sell yours today, a high-grade example could bring a rewarding price that reflects the passion of collectors worldwide. And as demand continues to grow and history becomes even more cherished, the future value could expand even further. This coin stands as both a symbol of Australia's proud heritage and a shining opportunity for collectors everywhere. Second coin, the coin we're talking about today is the 2002 Australian 50-cent piece, but not just any 50 cents. This is the special coin made to celebrate the Year of the Outback. If you have one of these in your pocket or stuck down the back of the sofa or perhaps in an old jar on your shelf, you might be holding onto something far more interesting than just spare change. We are going to look at why this coin was made, the story behind its design, and most importantly, just how much money it could be worth to the right buyer. Forget everything you think you know about 50-cent coins being worthless. This one has a story to tell and a value that might genuinely surprise you. First, let's travel back to the year 2002. Why was this coin even built? It was released by the Royal Australian Mint to commemorate a very special national celebration, the Year of the Outback. This was a year-long event dedicated to celebrating the culture, the history, the people, and the unique character of the Australian outback. The vast red, dusty heart of Australia is something that defines the nation, and this coin was designed to be a lasting tribute to that spirit. It wasn't just a regular coin. It was a small piece of art meant to honor the pioneers, the communities, and the stunning landscapes that exist beyond the cities. Now the details of the coin itself are quite beautiful. It has a unique shape that is familiar to anyone who handles Australian currency. It is a 12-sided coin, just like the regular 50-cent piece, which makes it instantly recognizable in your hand. It weighs in at a substantial 15.55 grams and is made from a copper-nickel alloy, which gives it that classic silvery look and durable feel. But the magic really lies in the designs on each side. On the front, or the obverse, you have the fourth portrait of Queen ElizabethII wearing her crown and tiara, which was crafted by the talented sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. Around her, it says ElizabethII Australia 2002, marking the time and place of its creation. However, the real story is told on the reverse side, which is the tails side of the coin. Instead of the usual coat of arms, you see something completely different. The designer Wojciech Pietrnik chose to depict a windmill. This isn't just any windmill, it is a symbol of the outback. For generations, windmills have been the lifeblood of remote stations and farms, pumping water from deep beneath the earth to make life possible in some of the harshest conditions on the planet. When you hold this coin, you are holding a tribute to the ingenuity and resilience of the people who live in the outback. It is a simple but powerful image that connects you directly to the Australian bush. Now let's get down to the most important question. What is its current value? Is it really high or low? The answer is more exciting than you might think. While a worn old coin from your pocket that has been jangling around for years might only be worth its face value of 50 cents, or perhaps $1 or $2 to a keen collector, the real money is in the condition. If you have a coin that is in mint state, meaning it looks as perfect as the day it was made, the value climbs significantly. According to the latest pricing guides, if your coin is graded at MS66, it could be worth around $21, and if it jumps to MS67, you are looking at about $30.50. But it gets even better for those with a truly flawless gem. A coin graded MS68 can fetch you $30.50, while an MS69 is valued at a substantial $56.80. Now here is the maximum prize, the number that makes this coin a true hidden treasure. If you are one of the lucky few who possesses a 2002 Year of the Outback 50-cent coin that is graded at MS70, which is a perfect, flawless coin with no marks or imperfections visible even under magnification, its value skyrockets to a whopping $230. That is 460 times its original face value. So when people ask if the value is really high or low, you can confidently tell them that for a perfect specimen, the value is remarkably high. But the value doesn't stop with the standard circulating coins. The Royal Australian Mint also produced special versions of this coin that are even more scarce and sought after. For instance, they released brilliant uncirculated coins that were packaged in special mint sets and proof coins that have a mirror-like finish. These were not meant for general circulation but for collectors. The mintage for the standard circulating coin was quite high, over 11.5 million, which is why the everyday ones are common. However, the mint also struck over 100,000 brilliant uncirculated versions for special sets like the Year of the Outback 6-coin uncirculated set, and even special wedding and baby coin sets. Furthermore, there were over 53,000 proof coins made, which are the highest quality and often come in special presentation cases. These special versions, especially if they are in their original packaging, can command higher prices from collectors who want the complete set. So why should you care? How many people want to buy it? The answer is, a lot. The numismatic community, which is just a fancy word for coin collectors, is always on the lookout for high-grade examples of commemorative coins. The 2002 Year of the Outback 50 cent is a popular item because it represents a specific moment in Australian history. It is a piece of national pride. Collectors love coins that tell a story, and this one tells the story of the vast, beautiful, and tough Australian outback. Websites and forums are filled with collectors from all over the world who are eager to add this piece to their collections, and they are willing to pay top dollar for the best ones. The demand is real and consistent. This is the part where I have to motivate you to take action. Do not underestimate the coins you have. Go and check your old coin collections, look through the change jar, ask your grandparents if they have any old coins lying around. You are looking for a 12-sided 50-cent coin from 2002 that has a windmill on the back. If you find one, do not just spend it on a coffee. Look at it closely. Is it shiny and perfect? Does it look like it has barely been touched? If so, you could be holding a coin worth $56, $100, or even the maximum prize of $230. It is a hidden gem sitting right there in your pocket. The history of this coin is not just about metal and design. It is about the Australian identity. It was built to honor the vast interior of the country, a place of stunning sunsets, unique wildlife, and resilient communities. When the Royal Australian Mint released it in 2002, they wanted to create a keepsake that Australians would hold on to remember the Year of the Outback celebrations. It was a year of festivals, events, and recognizing the contribution of outback areas to the nation's character. This coin is a physical memory of that entire year. In conclusion, the 2002 Australian 50-cent Year of the Outback coin is a fascinating piece of currency. It is valuable not just for the potential $230 it could be worth in perfect condition, but for the story it tells. It connects us to the designers Ian Rank Broadley and Wojciech Pietrnik, who put their artistic skills into our small change. It connects us to the year 2002 and a national celebration. And it connects us to the enduring image of the windmill standing tall in the red dust. So start searching. You might just find that your spare change is actually a small, 12-sided treasure waiting to be discovered and appreciated by collectors who understand its true worth. Don't let it slip through your fingers.